It's the tall right-hander Jackson Kirkpatrick who takes over on the mound. He's the fourth arm used tonight by the Pelicans. Kirkpatrick 2-0 this year with a 1.5 ERA. 6'7" right-hander has been excellent this year. He's tied for second in the Carolina League with 3 saves, but he's trying right now to keep this a 3-run deficit for the Pelicans. Here in the top of the 8th, he gets the 3, 4, 5 batters in the Augusta order, starting with Isaiah Drake. Kirkpatrick readies, and his 0-1 is cut through, make it 0-2. Kirkpatrick, a fastball, slider, and splitter mix. He has Drake pinned down 0-2. Pitch, wave, and a miss. Kirkpatrick wastes no time. He comes on and on 3 pitches, strikes out the first that he faces. Hayden Frank started this game. All 3 runs in that second inning were charged to him. He exited after the second. Cole Reynolds went 3 one-run innings. Landon Ginn poured on 2 perfect frames that featured a strikeout. Now Jackson Kirkpatrick, the 4th arm. First offering to Colby Jones. Just misses. Ball and no strikes. Jones tonight has worked a pair of walks. He's also swiped 2 bases and scored a run. His lone other at-bat was a strikeout. Kirkpatrick delivers a strike at the knees, evened at 1-1. Right-hander kicks and fires and skips it in. 2-1 advantage for the cleanup hitting third baseman. Now, believe it or not, Jackson Kirkpatrick at 6'7" is not the tallest rostered player for Myrtle Beach. That belongs to Charlie Hurley, who we saw pitch yesterday. He set a career high in innings pitched, going 3 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Hurley stands at 6'8". 3-1. Misses wide of the zone, and for the 3rd time this evening, Colby Jones is aboard with a walk. Oh, it started with a strikeout. Now a walk for Colby Jones, and in steps Mason Guerra. Guerra has struck out in each of his last 2 trips, both looking, but he singled back in the second and was part of that 3-run inning, coming around to score. He watches a called strike. Jackson Kirkpatrick, originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. He played his college ball at Indianapolis. The 0-1 is cut on and missed, making 0-2. He started his college career at Western Carolina, but ended up at Indy in 2024. 0-2 offering. Misses wide of the right-handed hitting Guerra, who extended his on-base streak to 10 consecutive games after that second inning single. Kirkpatrick readies in his 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Second punch out for the righty. And they're 2 away here in the 8th. And another look at it. A pitch upstairs. Just challenged the powerful Mason Guerra, and Kirkpatrick wins the battle. Here's Nick Montgomery. Watches a called strike, and Ayers on a delayed steal. Was a bit late firing down to second. A stolen bag for Colby Jones. That's his 3rd stolen base of the night. Jones continues to climb the ranks in the Carolina League. That's stolen base number 32 for him. Came in with 29. He's got a ways to go before he moves up past Gonzalez, who is 2nd in the league with 40. So those 32 not only lead the Augusta Green Jackets, but they are good for 3rd in the Carolina League. One and one on Nick Montgomery. Top 30 prospect in the Braves organization. Jones started to run, and there's a swing and a miss by the backstop for Augusta. And it's another 2-strike count for Jackson Kirkpatrick. Jones swiped second and third back in the second inning. He started to go there, but shut it down. 1-2. Hit high in the air out towards deep left field. Olivo towards the line and into the corner. He's there to make the grab in foul ground. A long fly out in foul territory ends the 8th. And we go to the home half of the 8th inning. Myrtle Beach still trailing Augusta 4-1 on the Marquee Sports Network. He gets the bottom third of the order here in the top of the 9th. It's Douglas Glaude, Roy Berniazoa, and Luis Sanchez coming up. Glaude's lone hit of this series was a grand slam back on Wednesday. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Ball and no strikes. Kirkpatrick readies and delivers home. There's a wave and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Jackson Kirkpatrick has been very steady at the back end of the bullpen for Myrtle Beach. Originally, it was Braden Reisdorf who held down that spot, but he has since been promoted to High A South Bend. He was excellent in his time here with the Pelicans, and after his departure, it's been Jackson Kirkpatrick who's been in sort of that setup / closer role. 1-2. In there, called strike 3. Got him looking. Kirkpatrick has his third punch out, and there's the first out of the 9th. I want to remind you to make your trip to Myrtle Beach more relaxing. Book your stay at DoubleTree online now. They have the amenities covered so you can focus on relaxing. Stay at DoubleTree by Hilton Myrtle Beach, official hotel partner of the Pelicans. Roy Berniazoa stands in. He takes a big rip but comes up empty on the first offering from Jackson Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick has faced one over the minimum to this point. Issued a 1-out walk but stranded him at second base. And he gets another wave and a miss. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Kirkpatrick does all of his work out of the stretch, generally working from the first base side of the rubber as he is now. He lifts and fires. His 0-2 is bounced out towards third base. Ramon waits back, fields it on a hop, and delivers a strike in time. 2 gone. Luis Sanchez will try to get something going for the Green Jackets here in the top of the 9th inning. Sanchez has raised his average here this evening with a pair of hits. He came in hitting .240, but has a 2 for 3 night. He's also scored a run, but he grounded out his last time up. That was the lead off the 7th inning. Now to try to push the line to the top of the order in the 9th. 4 runs on 6 hits for Augusta. 3 of those 4 runs coming back in the 2nd inning. They tacked on 1 in the 5th. Lone run for the Pelicans came back in the 1st inning. 1-0 is lined into right field for a base hit. So Sanchez has himself a 3-hit night, all of which have been singles, and he pushes the lineup back to the top. John Heel will get a look at Jackson Kirkpatrick, the first time he will see the tall right-hander. Heel is 1 for 4 tonight. After going 6 for 7 yesterday, he picked up his first extra base hit of the series with a double back in the 5th. That drove in a run on a ball that one-hopped the wall out in left center field. 0-1 from Kirkpatrick. That one found back to the screen, make it 0-2. Heel, the number 12 prospect in the Braves organization. He's known as a contact hitter with a ton of speed. He's a plus defender at shortstop as well. He does everything right. One thing he doesn't do much of is hit for power. He does have 1 homer this year. And if he chose a different part of the ballpark, he would likely have 2 after doubling off the wall back in the 5th. But he's behind 0-2. And the pitch. Soft roller left side. Ramon has it. Shuffles his feet and fires well ahead of Heel. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Pelicans needing 3 to tie, 4 to win it. Here on the Marquee Sports Network.
Lyle Miller greens two up, and immediately before Kirkpatrick can throw his first pitch, Cuevas is going to come out as the infield umpire, Xander Huddleston, called a pitch clock violation on the pitcher. Jackson Kirkpatrick didn't get back to the rubber in time, so a ball will be assessed to Miller Green's count before he steps into the box. Cuevas not a fan of the call. He's having words with Xander Huddleston. And it's a 1-0 count to start the at-bat for Miller Green. Miller Green, a single, a home run, and a strikeout looking back in the sixth. He'll stand in against Jackson Kirkpatrick. 6'7", 250-pound right-hander, a free agent signee in 2025 by the Chicago Cubs. Shows bunt, pulls it back on the first pitch as it's a strike called. 1-1. Miller Green in at the dish. Wolko at first, a lot of speed. Ball on a strike, pitch on the way. This one gets by the catcher, Ayers, and to second. Wolko goes on a wild pitch. So Wolko advances on an errant throw from Kirkpatrick. Miller Green had showed bunt and pulled it back, so he gets the result of the bunt without having to even try. And he's still at the plate with nobody out. 2-1 pitch, up and in on Miller Green. It's 3-1. Kirkpatrick's been masterful this season. 2-0, a 1.29 ERA. 14 innings, 5 runs on 6 hits. He hasn't allowed a run since May the 1st against Carolina. Pitch on the way, upstairs, ball 4 on the 3-1. Miller Green's on base for the third time tonight. So now a single and a walk have put 2 on for Kannapolis. The tie and go-ahead runs are on for the Ballers with Ryan Burroughs at the dish. Burroughs at the plate at 2 on, nobody out. First pitch on the way, Burroughs shows bunt, pulls it back. It's upstairs for ball 1. Burroughs is 0 for 3, a strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout. 7 games in a row with a base hit. This would be an opportune time for number 8. 1-0, he shows bunt, pulls it back as it's up and in, almost hits him. 2-0. There's now time called, and Bruce Billings immediately trots out, and he's going to come talk to Jackson Kirkpatrick, who seems a little rattled at this rate. 6 pitches, just 1 strike. Now we're back playing ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on McCants. Pitch on the way from Kirkpatrick. This one runs up and in for ball 3. Miller Green's at second. He has 5 stolen bases on the year. Archer is at first. Full count, 1 out on McCants. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. McCants late on a fastball at 96. And it's a strikeout for Kirkpatrick, his second of the inning. So now 2 outs, and in steps Abraham Nunez. Two outs, Nunez 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. This would be a perfect time for your first hit of the night. Kirkpatrick's first pitch. Nunez takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Abraham Nunez with a base hit yesterday. Looking to come through big in this bottom of the ninth. Had an RBI double last night. 0-1. Fastball up and away for ball 1 on Abraham Nunez. It's official. It's final in Augusta. The Green Jackets win 6-3. So Kannapolis cannot afford a loss tonight. 1-1. Swing and a ground ball foul down the third base line. It's 1-2. Nunez, a little half-hearted swing, just put contact on the ball. Again, Kannapolis has a good arsenal of arms to use tonight. See who gets the nod to back out for Kannapolis. Should we go to extras? 1-2 to Nunez, swing and a miss for strike 3, and Kirkpatrick strikes out 3, but he does give up the 1 run and these extra inning regulations. Nunez is at second, Caleb Bonhomer at the dish, Hernandez on deck, and Miguel Santos in the hole. Still facing off against the righty Jackson Kirkpatrick. First pitch to Caleb Bonhomer up on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Jackson Kirkpatrick struck out 3 Kannapolis bats in the bottom of the 9th, but he did allow the RBI single from Nathan Archer. 0-1. Bonhomer takes outside again. It's 1-1. Bonhomer 0 for 4 tonight, 3 strikeouts. He's at risk of losing his 27-game on-base streak. Kirkpatrick from the stretch, 1-1. This one gets by the catcher in Ayers, and up to third goes Nunez. So a wild pitch does the job that a bunt would have done for Bonhomer. Not that Bonhomer was showing bunt in the first place, but it certainly helps matters. Kannapolis down by 3. Looking to put up a fight. 2-1 from the right-hander. Outside corner, 2-2. Kirkpatrick, fastball slider splitter, has worked mainly fastball tonight. 95 to 96 with consistency. 2-2. Bonhomer swings a ground ball deep in the gap. It's short. Played by Cepeda. Throwing to first is in time to nab Bonhomer, but it does score the runner Nunez. So it's an RBI ground out for Caleb Bonhomer. 6-3 on the grounder for the first out. So now bases empty with 1 down for Ronnie Hernandez. So Bonhomer won't reach base tonight, but he does get the RBI. Another run driven in for the Ballers' shortstop, Caleb Bonhomer, 33rd of the year. First pitch to Ronnie Hernandez, right down Broadway. A breaking ball for strike 1. Hernandez is 1 for 4. A single, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Facing Kirkpatrick for the first time tonight. 0-1. Fastball upstairs, 1-1. Fastball slipped out of his hand for Jackson Kirkpatrick. Santos awaiting on deck, the 1-1. Swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 1-2 on Ronnie Hernandez. Hernandez is now 8 games in a row reaching base with that single in the 4th. Lefty bat, still 20 years of age from Turmero, Venezuela. 1-2. Breaking ball hits the corner. Ring him up, got him looking. Called strike 3. And it's a strikeout for Kirkpatrick, number 4 on the night. So 2 outs. Miguel Santos is due up. Santos, 0 for 4. Digs in to face Kirkpatrick. First pitch, this one upstairs and over the mask and glove of Ayers. It's 1-0. Santos at 0 for 4 tonight. Still above a 300 average at 318 on the season. 1-0 finds the zone, 1-1. Game 5 of the series will be tomorrow night. 7 o'clock first pitch. 1-1. Up and away for ball 2. Kirkpatrick grunting on the bump. Trying to find every ounce of energy he's got. 2-1 count. Wolko on deck. Should we get there? 2-1. Check swing. Did Santos go around? Yes, he did, says Xander Huddleston. And now the Ballers down to their final strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom 10. Kirkpatrick set. Here's the pitch. Fastball just a bit outside for ball 3. Kirkpatrick reared back and heaved a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. but it's off the plate, and the count's full. Kirkpatrick's ready to go. Payoff pitch. Swinging a fly ball, and we'll do it again. 3-2 on Miguel Santos. UDFA out of Dallas Baptist. Santos activated off the injured list just this week. He's been an anchor of the offense in his time here in Kannapolis. 3-2 pitch. Outside on the corner. Bring him up. Got him looking. Called strike 3. And that is all she wrote. Myrtle Beach.
There's a new arm on the mound for Myrtle Beach here in the 8th. After 3 1/3 scoreless from the lefty Cole Reynolds, he gives way to another 6'7" arm. That's Jackson Kirkpatrick. We've seen plenty of height on the mound tonight as you get a look at the numbers for Kirkpatrick. He's been really solid this year for Myrtle Beach. Working in his 2nd month with the Pelicans. Was not on the opening day roster. As he falls behind 2 balls and no strikes on the 5-hole hitting center fielder Jeremy Cabrera. Ball game started with Chris Clark, who stands at 6'7". Cole Reynolds, the 6'5" lefty, ate up 3 1/3. And now another 6'7" arm in Jackson Kirkpatrick. There's still 6'8" sitting in the pen. Charlie Hurley out there. There's a wave and a miss. And Kirkpatrick evens things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kirkpatrick, 22 years old, originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. Played his college baseball at Indianapolis. 2-2 is chopped out towards second base. High chest high hop for Southazine. He collects, and there is 1 away. Rafe Parrish will get his first look at Kirkpatrick. Yeah, but it was a wild pitch charged to Jackson Kirkpatrick. He stands over at first with 1 out and a 1-2 count to Ben Hartle. Missed downstairs. Ayers pops up. Looking around, waiting for Parrish to dart towards second base. But it did not happen. They peeled the swing, and Hartle was able to hold it up and pulls even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hartle 1 for 3 tonight. He singled back in the 2nd, but was stranded. He has since grounded out to 3rd and flown out to right. Oh, and bounced out towards shortstop. Cepeda underhand flip. Southazine's relay to first in time. 6-4-3 goes the double play. And the inning is over. Kirkpatrick faces the minimum. It's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pelicans looking to add some insurance. Up 4-3 on the Marquee Sports Network. Get a look at the scoreboard here at Pelicans Ballpark in picturesque Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Just shy of 10:30 the local time. And it's Jackson Kirkpatrick who remains on the mound for his 2nd inning of work, looking to slam the door and even this series at a game apiece here against the Hickory Crawdads. 4-3 our score to the top of the 9th. Pelicans have been out hit tonight 8-6, but they lead it 4-3. That's the 8-9-1 batters coming up for Hickory here in the 9th. First offering bounced out towards shortstop and past Cepeda and into left center field. Eric Alvarez has himself his first hit of the night and his first hit of the series. The leadoff man aboard for Hickory here in the 9th. Jackson Kirkpatrick does have 3 saves this year, which is the team lead. He is tied with 15 other players for 5th in terms of saves. So if he was able to lock this one down, he would move up a spot and find himself in that top 5. Marcos Torres has doubled in this ball game, but is 0 for 2 since. Doubled and scored in the 3rd. All 3 runs for Hickory came in that 3rd inning. He squares the bunt and pulls back to even things at 1-1. Pitch misses high and away from the left-handed hitting Torres. Make it 2-1. The last save for Kirkpatrick came on the road against these Crawdads, May 23rd. That was that game we were talking about earlier. The Pelicans won 8-7 in 11 innings. They would not like to see extras here tonight. 3-1 advantage for Torres with the top of the card looming. Chandler Pollard stands on deck, followed by the RBI king in the Carolina League, Maxton Martin. 3-1 high and away for ball 4, and the first two have reached here in the visiting portion of the ninth. So the go-ahead run now aboard the base paths with the tying run standing in scoring position, and that'll prompt a conversation between Jackson Kirkpatrick and Owen Ayers. Chris Clark started this game. He went 3 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs on 7 hits. He did not walk any batters and struck out 4 in his first appearance as a Myrtle Beach Pelican in the midst of a minor league rehab appearance, working his way back towards AAA Iowa. Cole Reynolds ate up 3 1/3. It was all scoreless baseball, allowing just 1 hit and 1 walk. He tied his career high with 5 strikeouts. Now Jackson Kirkpatrick looking to close the door. He's got himself in a bit of a jam. First offering to Pollard. He squares the button, watches down and away for ball 1. Pollard 2 for 4 on the night. Pair of singles. He's scored a run, stolen a base, but he struck out his last time up. I want a high and tight. Sent Pollard down to the dirt, spinning out of the way of it. So Kirkpatrick, after a quick 8th inning, has lost a bit of his control here, and now Bruce Billings wants to talk things over with his righty. Pitching coach takes the slow trot out towards the mound. Bruce Billings, a former big leaguer. He's assisted on the pitching side of things by J.C. Bonilla. Billings appeared in 5 games at the big league level for 3 different teams. Made his debut in 2011 with the Colorado Rockies. Pitched in just 1 game. And then later that year with Oakland, he pitched in 3 games and made his final appearance of his big league career with the Yankees in 2014. 5 total games, all out of the bullpen at the big league level. Now in his 2nd season as the pitching coach for the Pelicans. Pollard squares to bunt. He pops it up, and Cisneros charging in from first base is there to snare it out of the air. So Pollard unable to move the runners over, and there is a monumental initial out of the 9th. Well, Maxton Martin, who has driven in a run tonight. We'll dig in now. He's 0 for 4, with a couple of flyouts and a pair of groundouts. But leads the Carolina League in terms of RBI. 41 so far on the year. Kirkpatrick quickly hops ahead of him. Martin 2nd in the league in terms of hits. It's been rare that he's been held hitless in ball games this year. He's 2nd to only Leonel Espinoza, who's out there in center field at the moment for Myrtle Beach. One and 1 the count on the left-handed hitting Martin. Kirkpatrick with a deep breath. He looks to second and comes home. There's a foul ball on the left side. And Kirkpatrick ahead 1 and 2. Tall right-hander working from the middle of the slab. Lifts and fires. 1-2. Taken, called, strike 3. Got him looking at the bottom of the zone. And there are 2 gone. Hickory down to their final out with a tying run standing at second base. This inning started with a base hit by Eric Alvarez. Marcos Torres followed with a walk. Now a pop out on a bunt attempt and a strikeout have provided 2 outs for Kirkpatrick. Looking for his 4th save of the year. Here's Macias. That one swatted foul on the left side. Pelicans looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. 0-1. Drifts outside. Myrtle Beach lost the final 2 games in the road trip to Kannapolis last week, including in a game on Sunday, which they took a 1-run lead to the 9th inning. Ended up surrendering that lead and being walked off. 1-1 drifts wide of the zone. 2-1 advantage for Macias. Antonis Macias in search of his first hit tonight. He walked his last time up. Has fallen victim to the strikeout on 2 occasions. 2-1 misses upstairs, and now Kirkpatrick at risk of walking the bases loaded. Three and 1. Hitters count for the lefty, and the pitch. Pumped back and out of play, so the runners will get a head start on the 3-2. A base hit almost certain to tie this game. Kirkpatrick in search of the strikeout. He sits at 2, looking for save number 4. Right-hander set at the bell. Peers in, and the 3-2. Taken, called strike 3, got him looking. And the Pelicans even the series. They take game 2 by a final score of 4-3. Jackson Kirkpatrick has his 4th save of the year. The Pelicans, he is 3-0 with a 0.98 ERA. He has been almost automatic on the hill. He has filled that role once, filled by Braden Reisdorf. Braden Reisdorf acted as the closer throughout the early portions of the year before being promoted to High A South Bend. And last time we checked in on Braden Reisdorf, he was doing Braden Reisdorf things. 5 scoreless outings, spanning 5 2/3 innings at the high A level. Jackson Kirkpatrick has filled that role very well, though. His first offering pops the mitt. It's in there, called strike on Pablo Guerrero. It's the 6, 7, 8 batters coming up. Guerrero, the DH, Baker Barroso, and Marcos Torres, the 3 slated to bat against Kirkpatrick. The 0-1 is in there, make it 0-2. This is the 2nd time that Kirkpatrick has appeared in this series. He went 2 scoreless 1-hit innings with a walk and 3 strikeouts back on the 11th. He misses upstairs. He also appeared twice in the series on the road at Hickory. Pitching on the 21st and 23rd of May. Across that time, he went 3 innings, allowing 2 unearned runs. Just misses. Make it even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guerrero tonight is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Looking to find a way aboard. Started the swing, was able to hold up, and it moves to 3-2. Crowd thought it was a strike. That one looked like it did miss. The other one, there was a case to be made, though. Payoff pitch on the way. Broken bat, flare out towards shortstop. It's the second baseman, Salvazine, on a backhand. Fires across his body in time. Impressive stuff from the 19-year-old second baseman. Ty Salvazine on a backhand over towards shortstop. Did not have much time to set his feet, and he picks up the first out of the inning. With 1 away and the bases empty, Baker Barroso will get his first look tonight at Jackson Kirkpatrick. It's a 3-pitch mix with a 6-7 righty. Fastball, slider, and splitter. He readies and delivers. Check swing roller up the first base line, and it trickles foul. Matt Hallback over there was trying to find a way They get leather on that in fair territory. Nothing and one. Barroso has reached both times tonight with a walk. Kirkpatrick misses wide to the right-handed hitting catcher. Jackson Kirkpatrick, 22 years old, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Played his college ball at Indianapolis. And he pumps a strike in there at the knees. Kirkpatrick looking for save number 5. He would give Hayden Frank his first win as a professional. That one just misses downstairs to even things at 2-2. Kirkpatrick readies and delivers. Taken right at the bottom of the zone. And the count moves to 3-2. Kirkpatrick thought he had strike 3, and so did the crowd. But instead it moves to 3-2. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs. And he sits down Barroso. Hickory down to their final out. Marcos Torres stands in. Kirkpatrick 1 out away from his 5th save. That would move him into 2nd in the Carolina League. And he's done it in much less time. Has not been with the Pelicans all season long. He joined at the end of April. His 0-1 offering. High and away for ball 1. Flared off the top of the netting behind home plate. Ball in 2 strikes now. Torres down to his final strike. Torres steps out of the box, adjusts his batting gloves, and he'll dig back in. Kirkpatrick can smell a win. He readies the 1-2. Just missed. Count moves to 2-2. He's had some borderline pitches go against him. Still a strike away. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Top of the netting. And Torres stays alive. Marcos is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Crowd getting behind Kirkpatrick on this Sunday night. 2-2. Just missed downstairs. Ayers frustrated with himself. Slams his fist into his glove. Thinking if he stuck it, it likely would have been strike 3. 3-2. Payoff offering. Popped up left side and a play. Oh, reset and redo the 3-2. Kirkpatrick readies. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. And Kirkpatrick secures the series with save number 5 of the year, and the Pelicans earn their 2nd series win and their first since the opening weekend. They down the Crawdads by a final score of 4-1. They take the series 4-2 and split the doubleheader here tonight. 4-1 the final score, and the Pelicans will head into next week Jackson Kirkpatrick comes out of the bullpen. Kirkpatrick looking to pick up save number 6 on the year. He has been excellent. 3-0, a sub-1 ERA this season. His 5 saves are second in the Carolina League, and he was not an early addition. He was added to the Myrtle Beach roster at the back end of April. It's the first couple of weeks there at the single A level. He's slid into that role vacated by Braden Reisdorf, who has found success at the high A level since his promotion early in May. So it is Kirkpatrick who comes out of the pen. And he gets the 9-1-2 batters in this Fayetteville order. Fayetteville leading in hits 8-7. The Pelicans' lone win in this series. They were out hit, which has been a rarity. Kirkpatrick comes on. It's Max Holy, Hector Salas, and Hansel Villarroa, the 3 slated to bat against the tall right-hander. Kirkpatrick set and delivers. In there, a called strike. He has been a strike thrower this year. High volume strikeouts for the righty. Kirkpatrick attacking with a fastball, slider, and splitter. Originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. There's a liner into center field. Playable for Espinoza, and he's there to make the head-high grab. 1 away. Top of the card, 5th time through. Hector Salas is 1 for 4 tonight. He is grounded out 3 times after singling to lead off this contest. First offering to Salas, just rides outside. One-0 pitch from Kirkpatrick. Again misses wide. 2 balls and no strikes. Kirkpatrick, 6'7", 250 pounds. Played his college ball at Indianapolis. Made his Myrtle Beach debut. Final week of April, right when he was promoted. Won a scoreless inning here at Pelicans Ballpark, featuring a couple of strikeouts. That was against the White Sox-affiliated Cannonballers. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Even him up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Earlier this month, he set a new career high with 5 strikeouts, again against Kannapolis. Out time on the road. 2-2. Down and in, and the count runs full. Salas has hit safely in each of his first 3 games with Fayetteville. Not going to find a way aboard. Bring the tying run to the plate. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Kirkpatrick got him. First strikeout for the right-hander tonight. He does so with an elevated fastball at 94 miles an hour. Kirkpatrick lives in the mid-90s. A lot of the time 95, 96 with the heater. And Hansel Villarroa will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. First pitch at the knees. In there, a called strike. That time 97 from the righty. Oh, 1 pitch. Chopped over to third base. Ramon collects. Slings across the diamond. Pelicans win it. Into that site right there. And get yourself set up, I should say, for your next trip here to Pelicans Ballpark. Well, it's never a good sign when this guy's coming on if you're the opposing offense. It's Jackson Kirkpatrick, who has been unscathed this year. Sub-1 ERA for the right-hander. Kirkpatrick eyeing save number 7 of the season. That would push him into a tie atop the Carolina League in saves this year. And he was not on the opening day roster for Myrtle Beach. This was the closer role that was held down by Braden Reisdorf. for the first portion of the season during the month of April. And then Reisdorf quickly earned a promotion to High A South Bend, where he has been excellent. Now, Jackson Kirkpatrick is pleading his case for a promotion. He has been awesome this year. He gets the 3-4-5 batters coming up here in the ninth. Kirkpatrick, 3-pitch arsenal: fastball, slider, and splitter. 6'7", 250 pounds. Got a mid to upper 90s fastball. Pumps a strike in there, a called strike. There is the fastball at 95. Hernandez even in the count, 1-1. Called strike at the knees. There's the splitter. 1-2 the count. Hernandez has reached once tonight with a walk. And he watches up top to pull even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kirkpatrick was added to the roster in late April. He made his Pelicans debut on the 24th of April. And a bouncing ball back up the middle. Salvazine on the shortstop side of the bag, throws across his body in time. Salvazine flashing the leather for out number 1. And Fayetteville playing with their last 2 outs. Well, Ty was robbed of a hit last night in similar fashion. One that could have gone down as the walk-off infield single. But Alberto Hernandez robbed him of that chance in the 9th inning. And he does the same to Hernandez here in the 9th. Here's Juaner Luciano, hitless tonight, all 3 flyouts. Kirkpatrick delivers. Pop up, back, and out of play. Justin Trimble standing on deck. Fayetteville has been held to just 2 hits tonight. The Pelicans have their sights set on their 4th shutout of the year and their first since mid-May. It's been just over a month since the last time they put up a 0. That one escapes the catcher Granadillo and works its way to the backstop. Evened up at a ball and a strike. Kirkpatrick, 22 years old, from Greensboro, North Carolina. And he misses high and falls behind in the count. Talk about strikeouts. Now in 20 2/3 innings after that first ground out to open the frame. He has 34 punch-outs in his tenure here. Fits one on the outer edge. And he's got himself another opportunity for a strikeout. Luciano has put the ball in play all 3 times tonight, but nothing to show for it. This is the 15th appearance for the right-hander. Two. Popped back and out of play, and Luciano will stay alive. You look across the board, it really hasn't been a good way to find a way aboard the base paths against Kirkpatrick. He's only given up 9 hits. Opponents hitting under 130 against him this year. He's issued 13 walks, but struck out 34. Check swing. They appeal down. Yes, he did. Luciano gone on strikes. And Jackson Kirkpatrick has sat down the first 2 he faced here in the 9th. Kirkpatrick looking to slam the door for the 2nd time in this series. He misses wide to the left-handed hitting Justin Trimble. Anthony Cruz would be on hook for the loss despite 5 one-run innings. Pitch misses up top. On its way. Swing and a miss. Trimble out of the batter's box, adjusting those gloves. We'll take a deep breath and stand back in. Two-one. Taking a called strike, and Fayetteville down to their final strike in this series. Pelicans have already secured a winning homestand. They're looking to make it back-to-back series wins for the first time all season long. 2-2 the count. Kirkpatrick offers. Swing and a miss. He got him. Jackson Kirkpatrick sits down the side. He does so with a pair of strikeouts, and he has save number 7.